Hey everyone, it's your girl Lexi, the Millennial Matchmaker. I'm back in again. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm back in my kitchen, just doing me. Had to get something to eat, and I just felt like, sharing some stuff with you guys. You know how I do. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel. So, I got a lot of great feedback this week. I'm so happy that I had my sis on. I hope you guys checked out that show. We talked about marriage tips. Remember to always like and subscribe if you like it and you want the content to keep coming. I would love to continue to get that support. And I've got a lot of great people that gave me some great messages. I've got some sessions booked. I'm so happy that you gentlemen are actually trusting me with advice with women. I'm so happy that you guys are appreciating what I have to say, and that it's $50 for an hour. My website will be up where you'll be able to book directly there. However, it's also on DM. So if you DM me on IG, I'm Lexi's Beautiful Life. Come and find me, and we can always do a video call on some advice if you need help with women or any questions you might have from a woman's perspective that's not going to be in your life or trying to mess up something in real life. I would just kind of be like your fairy godmother in the background, and that's important to have an objective point of view that doesn't know the situation besides from what you're telling them. Because a lot of people, they see the other side and they're involved and they have ulterior motives, and anyways, I'm the advice lady. Besides that, I'm making some pumpkin stuff. I got some cinnamon rolls going. Well, actually pumpkin rolls, I guess, so we'll see how that goes. And I made my own house sauce. It smells so good. It's fresh pumpkin, guys. You see it there? And it's supposed to be my glaze. Secret ingredients. I don't share my recipes, guys. So we'll see how it tastes, right? We'll see how it tastes. All right. So while they're in the oven, I can talk to you guys a little bit. So I'm going to talk a little bit today about, I was watching Emily in Paris, and I'm sure a lot of ladies have seen that, my ladies. And I was raised in France, so it's a very special place to me, so I loved watching the Eiffel Tower, and everything there was just beautiful. And I noticed in there she had a boyfriend, and I'm still on episode 1, guys, so bear with me for those that have watched the whole series. And it looked like the guy, or maybe been episode 2, but he's pretty much not coming to see her because he said, this long distance thing is not working for me. Yes, he did. And while most people and, my friend that was watching it was, oh, what a douche, I thought, kudos to him. Who wants to be in a long distance relationship? We're just going to talk about it today. Who in the world wants to be in a long distance relationship? She was just in her world about, oh, well, I'm touring France, and I got this job offer, and, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and you should be happy for me. And that's what most people think. But it's like, chick, you should have toured the world before you got with me, because we either supposed to be touring it together or you need to tour it by yourself, because I didn't get in a relationship to be left by myself, right? Long distance is a fantasy, right? It's, again, we're buying into this concept of what Disney sold us, that we really believe that while the person's gone, that the love grows fonder. What is this old saying that people lied to us and told us? Distance makes the heart grow fonder. No, distance makes the heart wander, okay? I wonder what the world you doing, and I wonder who you doing, and I wonder what you doing, okay? So I don't think that the long distance mystery really works. I mean, if you're going on a business trip, I got it, you can take your business trip, and even on the business trips, you got to be a little bit careful. But this goes for ladies and gentlemen. Anybody that's okay with a long distance relationship, either I believe in giving people the benefit of the doubt. It's not me, but more than likely they are hopeless romantic. And there's so many of these hopeless romantics out there that really believe the good in people and really believe that, they're going out of town and we can make it work, and he's pursuing his dream and I'm pursuing my dream and we're pursuing our dream, and this is just the dream. Yeah. But for the rest of us realists, the rest of us that are living at home, baking our pies and our pumpkin sauce by ourselves, we're the ones that are suffering, right? Because we're the ones that are stuck here wondering what it is you're really getting into overseas, right? Or what it is you're getting into long distance. So the problem with long distance is that your relationship goes not on a pause. So many people try to make you feel good about yourself and say, it's just a little pause in the circle of love. No, it's a halting stop. It's a halting screech. Like, it's like a stop so hard that, you jerk back and you get the whiplash and you need a neck brace for 10 days, okay? It is a complete stop in everything that you guys had planned and everything that you guys had orchestrated and anything that you guys had for your future. You're on a halting screech. Why? Because of a damn long distance. And yes, I said it. There is just no shame in what that man said. He didn't go to the hospital, he didn't go to the airport, and he didn't meet up with her, and he called it off with her. Now, I don't know how the show's gonna end, so don't tell me, guys. So it might end where he gets back with her, but that's just for TV. Okay, because in the real world, he was real with it, and he's an OG, and I rock with him because he got rid of it. What's the purpose of sitting here having to keep up with somebody through their IG? I mean, she was literally posting things, and like I tell you guys about these postables. I'm calling them postables because they're out here posting all day and they have nothing going on in their real life. And the little small thing that they get to have going on, they got to snap a picture and show it to people like they were doing something. You weren't doing nothing all day. Just because at 4:22 you pass by a flower and you want to put that flower online like you got a life, we know you don't have life, okay? So let's just stop with the BS, guys. Let's stop pretending that, she was doing so much on IG to where, this experience was so big that she left her man. She literally left a whole good, fine man, if I must say, because he was fine. And I saw some scenes that I probably shouldn't have seen. And I was like, whoa, whoa. To say goodbye in the name of traveling for whatever reason, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work for women like me. And I like to advocate for the modern women, and probably a lot of women are going to be against me, but a woman that really wants a successful and strong, healthy relationship is not going to sign up for long distance. Yes, guys, I said it. And for gentlemen as well. If you're okay with not knowing, well, you're not even not knowing, that's beyond not knowing what time they're going to come home. They ain't going to come home. You've got to look at a flight. You've got to look at flight details. You've got to be in tune with, Delta.com to figure out when your significant other is coming home. You've got to wait on holidays, like in the military, waiting when they'll be home for the holidays because they're out on deployment. See, these are things that just don't work in long distance. You've got to be realistic, and what's the purpose of being in a relationship? You got to really ask yourself, why did I get in this relationship? Why am I with this person? And 9 times out of 10, the reason why you're with this person is to share, to bond, to love, to have and to hold, to death do us part, in sickness and in poor, in richness and in health. I might be saying the vows wrong, but either way, I think that when those vows were written, it implied that the person was physically there. Am I wrong? It didn't mention, in distance and in nearness. That's not part of the vows because it don't even make no sense. In distance and in nearness, right? You need to be in nearness, okay? Nobody's going to cuddle their pillow, okay? And nobody's going to cuddle, Casper the friendly ghost just because you have something you need to embark on. And if your embarkments does not embark with what I've got embarking on, then we can't bark together, okay? There's no barking that's going to happen if it's not in the same logistical place. Okay, so yeah, I think it's gonna get a lot of people mad. And my channel's been doing that, right? It's just been getting people mad, and a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, Lexi, you're wrong. You're insecure." It takes an insecure person. No, it takes a realistic person. Because what makes you think that as the time goes by, that person isn't dropping down on that thing while they're away? Who should know? Okay, let's take cheating out of it, right? Because let's give the person the benefit of the doubt. You're still enjoying your coffee mornings by yourself, your update by yourself. Every single second of your day is alone. So you're going to be sitting there literally having breakfast with me, lunch with me, dinner with me. Oh, I'll see a friend. Oh, I'm just waiting. And guess what? Your little conversations, your little texting, and your little sexting, and those little things that you think are keeping it spicy and alive is just not fulfilling your day-to-day needs. You know that you have day-to-day needs. Stop putting on this big front. And that's something wrong with this day and age. They try to hear, you hear the person at the job. Oh, yeah, the person, my girl, she took a job in Italy. Took a job in Italy? What? Why? Is it a temporary position? Is it something where she's training somebody and coming back? Is it something where she's, meeting up with somebody and then gonna leave, or no, it's just a job. Anything longer than 6 months is a problem because biologically something starts happening when you're no longer with that person, because there's a chemistry that happens when you're with somebody. You build with that person every day. Every time you're with that person, you build. Now, I'm not going to get mad. If you have a real reason why the person can't be there, like I said, he's serving our country. May we be thankful. If, he's in prison, I don't know what you did to have to be with somebody that went to prison, but if they're in prison and, you can't be with them physically, there's nothing they could do. I think they've got conjugal visits. I don't know if that's still a thing. I don't know how that works, but there's even visitation weekly, and you're kind of long distance, but you're not really long distance because, if y'all in the same state, I guess, I don't know. That's your business. Or, there's a real diehard need. Somebody got sick in the family. You've got to fly out. You've got to care for somebody, but you have an exit date and it's something that it's unforeseen occurrences. But if you are Emily and Parison through this relationship and think, a job offer, goody, goody. There is nothing good about going to Paris, okay? Not if you're in a relationship, Who thought of this? But you know what? This is our society. This is our culture. And this is why I have this channel. So I can start to whip people back into shape to say, what's the purpose of being in the relationship? If you've got all this time apart, then when they come, they're not even the same person. Yeah, guys, don't lie. I've done it. Persons come back and you done forgot their routine. Or worse, the person comes back and I'm not going to say it, they mess up your routine. Yeah, your routine was going well. You had everything under par. You kind of texted them whenever they had downtime, or whenever if they're on the West Coast, you've got to deal with that time difference. If they're on the East Coast, it's that time difference. If they're in another country, you're talking hours difference. And then if they're across the world, hell, you got to talk to them between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. because that's the only time that your sun are up. Or you're up during nighttime, so is this sound like a convenience, or does it sound like another job? Yes, guys, I'm saying it. Long distance is a whole nother job. Yes, it is. It's a whole new job. And it's a job that, the job you just can't place the right employee because nobody wants the damn job that's worth a damn. Yeah. That's what a long distance, an indefinite long distance relationship is. It's that job that nobody wants. It's the person that, when you have a porta potty, it's the porta potty position job. Yeah, the position where you clean the porta potties. I'm sure they don't get many applicants. Yeah, and I know why they don't get many applicants. It's because who wants such a crappy deal? Who wants to sign up for an inevitable Emily in Paris deal where she's done gone and getting her followers up and posting away and hee ha ha and growing her fan base and asking them, oh, but honey, you don't want to tour the Grand Tower? You don't want to tour the Eiffel Tower? You don't want to see the Arc de Triomphe? You don't want to see Champs-Élysées? You don't want to see all these different things? Hell no, nigga. Okay, I gotta calm down, guys. Stop. I didn't say that, guys. I really didn't say that. Whew. Okay, Lexi's back. Anyways, just giving me a second, guys. I'm just saying that, yeah, nobody's trying to tour that, okay? He's not trying to tour the Eiffel Paris. He's not trying to tour the Eiffel Tower, Emily. He's trying to tour something else, okay? And it has to do with on you, okay? And we ain't talking about, yeah. So this movie just shows the delusion and the issues of those people that sign up for indefinite long distance. Now, these are usually people that are selfish, people that don't want to be accommodating. It's usually done by people that don't want to change their lifestyle. It's done by people that really just like having a boyfriend or a girlfriend when convenient, and then says, I like to get back to my regular life. It also could be somebody that's cheap, because if you're cheap and you live in another place, it's easier, right? Because you're not getting the full bill of what a couplehood would be. Or, it's usually for the person that's lazy. They're lazy because they can't actually find time, because we know that finding time actually takes someone that gives two damns, and that doesn't happen with someone that's selfish. So, it usually is just list after list. And even if it is someone, that job better be offering you in the 6 digits. No, I didn't say 6 figures. I said the 6 digits for you to leave a solidly good relationship. Now, if you're young, again, like I said, I always give my disclaimer to my young guys, because I feel like guys have to make money, because you guys are the ones that you're going to say, oh, Lexi, yeah, you told me to stay for her. You told me long distance wasn't a good idea, and you told me this, and I stayed with her, and I walked away from my job, and now I'm making less. And okay, if you're a young guy and you're not established and it's for something where you really need to leave, I'm all about a man getting his money and getting his plans and going on where the need is greater in order to make it in life, right? And ladies, I feel like, if it's hard for me to justify, unless it's really just a guy that you could give two craps about, and you're really probably not worried about marriage, or you're not worried about children. And that's a lot of my modern women. However, I like to cater to the modern women that want a family. I like to cater to the modern women that want a real man that's going to be there, and that it's going to be dedicated, and that's going to be around, right? And that's the key word, around, right? We're talking about long distance relationships. If this person is not around, how are they going to actually be your day-to-day when you haven't spent day-to-day with them? And that also goes for dating, right? Because there's some long distance people that live in the same city. It's long distance because they don't have time to see each other. I literally know women that decide and think that seeing their significant other, once a week is sufficient. I'm gonna let you guys process that. Yes, I said it. There are people that think once a week is good enough and that's it. If you have a loner problem and you're, what do they call loners? I don't know, but I guess tigers like to be alone, right? Unless they're mating, I think they usually like being alone. That's why you go to the zoo. Tigers are not like lions, right? They're by themselves. So if you're a tiger, which is, yeah, tigers, I'm sure that's what it is. So if you're a tiger and you like being alone, you don't like to be bothered, and you don't like people in your space, and you're so used to being by yourself, and you'll be surprised about people that want that. You're not in the category of who I'm talking to. I'm talking to modern women that want something serious. If you want something serious, ditch the long distance. I said it, and I don't care what y'all put in the comment sections. Go ahead and write it, because I stand by it. If you want a relationship, you've got to ditch the long distance. They start talking early about, I was going to take a job offer in New York, or, oh, my friends had me in LA, and, oh, I was going to go to Florida, and you didn't already gave up the cookies. You better close the jar, lady. You better close that cookie jar, because that means that decided that it was just convenient to pick a place across the globe or to pick another state, and you're not in that number, right? So I tell you, gentlemen, that if you really want a woman, she better be in your future, because we hear everything, okay? We hear what you guys are saying. We know what you guys are saying. And when we hear future and it's like we're not included in it, major bells and whistles start to go off in our lady brains. We've made it past the day, the week, the month, hell, the year, and we're just thinking about, what your plan is. And you know how you just get that mousetrap, or you get a maze, and there's a person that can see from the top vision, like if you were in a helicopter, you could see the trap. That's where we are. We're at the end where the cheese is, and you're that mice that's gonna just keep jamming up the wall, and that cheese is sitting right there, and we see the cheese. We smell the cheese. We smell that BS, right? So for all you gentlemen that think that it's okay to, allez hop, c'est parti. Off and jet setting in the air, and has these long distance plans. And even for the ladies, right? Because in my situation of the example I gave, it's a woman, right? Emily in Paris. If you're a woman and you decide that you want to up and take this great opportunity that is never going to present itself, just know you should get what's coming in your relationship. Because how would you feel if he did the same thing? Or if every year this just became a thing, right? Because that's the thing. Relationships are very prudent. It's like you start disrespecting someone, then the disrespect just gets worse, right? You start letting yourself go, and then before you know it, you're sitting by Aunt Jemima, right? So you start doing little things, and over time, things get out of control. So if you start off with, oh, long distance, it's okay, I'm just gonna leave for a year, and then I come back. Now, 5 years of the relationship passed, and only 2 of those years total you guys have been together. Do you think you really know the person? Ding, ding, ding. I'm going to answer that. No, you don't. Because the relationship has been in pause while they were gone. Now let me get my beautiful pumpkin cinnamon rolls out. Whoa. Guys. They came out perfect. This one's a little bit lopsided. I'm not going to show you guys that one. Well, actually, I am. This one's a little bit crippled, right? But the rest of them. Now, as you guys know, you have to put the glaze on while it's nice and warm. And these guys, again, are my pumpkin rolls. Don't worry, I'm gonna get back to my long distance real quick. I'm just, when it comes to the food, especially the baked goods, you gotta stop. And I'm just gonna be so mad when fall is over, right? Because I love fall weather. So, my little glaze, you gotta kind of get it going. You gotta crank it in the microwave. I am not Betty Crocker, guys. So, it doesn't just happen, naturally, the glaze. So I've got to just kind of give it a kickstart. I'm giving it a kickstart. And I'm dripping it on. Oh, yes. And this, guys, is a pumpkin glaze. Yes, a pumpkin glaze. I love to do pumpkin on pumpkin. I'm a psycho about pumpkin. I'm the person that gets the pumpkin spice latte at Starbucks, the pumpkin banana bread, the pumpkin. Like, literally until December 1st, I will be making pumpkin galore. I just got pumpkin Cheerios. I didn't even know they had pumpkin Cheerios. So I literally love pumpkin. It's one of my favorite, and it ends up being my little daughter's favorite as well. So she got that pumpkin bug from me, and I actually call her my little pumpkin, and she's so sweet. But yeah, pumpkin is just something that I love. And they actually have baby pumpkin cereal or baby pumpkin jars. So for mommies out there, try it out. The little baby pumpkin things. I don't know if it's seasonal or if it's something that they've got going on, but try it out because my baby loves it and maybe yours will too. But anyways, my pumpkin cinnamon rolls are here. They look delicious. They're delicious. They're huge. And I cannot wait to have one. But in closing, because y'all know I'm about to eat, and for you guys that are fat shamers, shame on you, okay? But I'm gonna enjoy a pumpkin cinnamon roll, or a pumpkin roll. I keep calling them cinnamon rolls, but it's a pumpkin roll, really. And I'm just gonna leave you guys with this. Long distance relationships suck, okay? Get a life, get a mind, and get a clue, and realize that that person is probably dropping up on that thing when you ain't there. And even if they aren't, they're probably selfish to taking that thing. Your relationship's on a pause, right? Because think about it. You're texting yourself when they're gone. You're waiting, or you might be waiting on a response. All this time you're trying to message, or even if you video call. I'm not saying it hasn't happened. Those are exceptions, though. The majority of people, when they take that plane, that's one thing Emily in Paris got right. Yes, people are over it. Especially in this society where we are so over things so quickly, and the novelty runs off so quickly, and it just like the feeling just feels like, okay, I'm done with it. Like that instant gratification's over with. We got pleased, everybody got high, your thing went viral, now it's back to crashed, right? So that's kind of how it is with a long distance relationship. In the beginning, it's like, oh, I miss you. Oh, I love you. Oh, I want you. But if you done got a year signed up somewhere else, that feeling's gone within 30 days, okay? It's the 30-day trial period, and after, don't charge my card. Don't bill my card. Don't try to run my card because I already removed my card and it's not gonna go through because I'm done after the 30-day trial. I was just using it for free. We tried it out, didn't work out, wasn't worth the bill, and I'm not about to sign up for another year of this crap. Right? So it's the same thing with long distance relationships. A lot of people change in a year. I know I've changed in a year. I'm sure you changed in a year. And anybody else is going to be honest, going to tell you that you've changed a little bit in a year. And in a relationship, there's chemistry and there's a lot that has to happen day to day in order to secure a relationship. Now, if you guys have been together 30 years and you're hearing about exceptions and, you know, this relationship has come and ran its course and you guys are going to be together regardless, I get it. But if you're newly in, like what I saw in Emily in Paris, and you're trying to find love, and you're the modern woman on this channel, run from long distance and run from anybody that you gave the cookies to and they left, because you gotta close the cookie jar, guys. And, you know, just remember, get you a pumpkin roll. Get you a man. Oh, guys. Now I know what Paula Deen felt like when she did that on her show. And you always be like, that thing looks so good. I want to try it. And I used to always be like, man, I wish I could go through that TV. I wish I could just Blue's Clues and just jump in that screen and just eat whatever she's making, because she would put butter in it and she put some butter and she put a little bit of salt and pepper and that thing would be smoking and you could just see the, can you guys really see that? Oh. Make you want to slap your mama. Makes you want to lose your train of thought. I think I lost my train of thought, guys. Sorry. Get your man that treats you like a pumpkin roll. He's here to stay. And he wants to be in it for the long haul, right? So to close, I love you guys. Like and subscribe to my channel.